Welcome back to Movies, Games and Videos, Part 2. This week's big new movie is, of course, Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park. And like most blockbusters these days, it's soon going to be a game.
Fences are failing all over the park. Phones are out, too. I can't get Jurassic Park back online.
It was just a delay. All major theme parks have delays. When they opened Disneyland, nothing worked.
Yeah, but John, if the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists.
Let's get out of here.
Jurassic Park isn't the first movie to be turned into a game, but it didn't come about in the normal way.
We took the game on after reading the book, before it became a film script. When we learned there was a film to be made, it was an obvious, immediate target to go for. It does follow the scenario of the film, but it obviously has to have different parts in it as well to make it an interactive process.
This Amiga game of Jurassic Park won't be out in Britain till September, though this week's competition winner will be one of the first in the country to own one as soon as it's out.
What do they got in there, King Kong?
With a movie like Spielberg's Dino blockbuster, everyone's going to want to create game versions. And we've 2 more sneak previews this week of other Jurassic Park games that'll be hitting Britain in a couple of months. First, the Mega Drive version. Now let's take an exclusive look behind the scenes of how the Mega CD game is being created. A job that involves almost as much work as making the movie itself.
When we're creating a world, we'll start out by just getting our pencils out and start drawing what the designers have set out for us. And as you can see here, I've got the 4 screens just drawn up. And we then scan these with just a conventional scanner onto a Macintosh. So we get our first look at it on screen in a sort of a pencil form, a pencil rough. We also do animal animations, and we're using SGI machines, and we're using a very sophisticated animation tool, which does a 3D model.
Essentially, you're looking at it as a camera would look like at a real space, and you're building objects in that space, and they're real 3D, so you can take a camera and go around it and really see it as a 3D object. We did some study on seeing what animals move like today. For instance, ostriches are sort of distant relatives of dinosaurs, according to the latest theory.
We're seeing the environment unfold, the animals are starting to be there, and now we're giving them, the programmers are giving them behaviors and actions and reactions. I think that's the fun part.
Creating the animation is only half the story. The way a game sounds is just as important.
Sometimes the sampled sound effects libraries just wouldn't do it. So we had to go and get the sounds of real animals in a natural environment. One such place was the Okefenokee Swamp in Georgia, where I got real ambiances and real bird sounds and the sounds of real alligators. So I'm able to put the sample of a normal animal through all these different digital effects. And then we can take that sample and we can put it directly into the game, and that can be our dinosaur. So it's based on the sound of a real animal, and it sounds sort of like a real animal, but it's not.
Music will play a big part in establishing the mood of the scene. If you think that everything is fine and you've taken care of all the dinosaurs in your area, and the mood of the music changes to a more dramatic, foreboding kind of a theme, you know that your job is not done in that area, and you better search and discover what else is in the environment that may attack you. From a three-dimensional standpoint, if we can move a sound around the player, you will be able to maybe get a sense that a dinosaur is traveling behind you, that you need to turn and face that dinosaur. We want people to be able to sit in their living room with a standard stereo pair of speakers and feel that they're in the middle of a jungle or a windy desert. We are doing things with music and sound effects here that really have only been done in film, in feature film.
Go away!
It's okay. Brachiosaur.
It's a Vegisaurus, Lex, Vegisaurus. Can I touch it?
Sure. Just think of it as kind of a big cow.
I like cows.
Now for this week's movies, games and videos competition. And if you're into games, videos or both, listen up because there are 11 prizes to win. First prize is an Amiga 1200 game system. We'll put in a game to go with it, but as I said before, this winner will also get the Amiga version of Jurassic Park as soon as it's out in September. The 10 runners-up prizes are videos of monster movie Home Alone 2, along with a t-shirt and a book. So here's the question. Who directed Jurassic Park? Was it A, Steven Spielberg, B, Clint Eastwood, or C, Kenneth Branagh? If you think you know, phone 0839 44 44 99. Winners will be picked at random from all correct entries. Call should cost 20p cheap rate and about 25p at other times. Remember, always get permission from whoever pays the phone bill before you call. The competition hotline will be open till midnight on Monday, and we'll put up the question and the number again.